Michigan, which is an 1,100 bed academic medical center. It's affiliated with Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine. She brings clinical expertise and experience as a bachelor's degree prepared registered nurse combined with more than 2 decades of executive hospital leadership, including roles as health system chief operating officer and chief nursing officer. With a Master of Business Administration, she has a track record for clinical excellence, patient safety, and quality and employee engagement. Over the course of a distinguished career, Rosanna Morris has modeled the way of servant leadership. This year, we're proud to announce that she was recognized as one of modern healthcare's top 25 women leaders. We are so grateful and honored to have her joining us today. Please join me in welcoming Rosanna Morris.
Thank you so much, Chief Adcox. And I can't tell you how excited I was to be invited, not only to be with you here today, but also to celebrate you and to hopefully represent our entire institution in terms of our respect, our desire to honor you, to celebrate you, and most importantly, to thank you for everything that you do with us, for us, and through us each and every day. So on that front, if we can go to the very first slide. So celebrating our heroes has become very intentional and frequent, particularly over these past couple of years during the COVID pandemic. And I'm so grateful to deliver those thanks to you and provide celebratory comments that reflect upon and are intended because of people just like you. As a nurse, we view our profession as a vocation, something that people often refer to as that calling. It is a thing that you know you need to do in life, not only because you want to do it, but because something inside of you says you have to do it. I've shared with family, friends, and colleagues over the years how it is the best profession ever. And today I celebrate that we have something in common because I view your profession as a vocation. I view what you do each and every day as your calling. And so today we honor an equal and equivalent group of professionals who serve because of the call that each of you chose to respond to. I'm so honored to be with you here to celebrate you, who I will refer to today as our heroes. Not those in the Marvel movies or the comic books, but real life heroes who each and every day are represented by one of you. It has been a challenging 2 years within the COVID pandemic, but often tough times offer many small blessings and give us an opportunity to truly define who we are and what we want to be in this life. Challenging times allow us to correctly see the heroics in places we may have never seen or have forgotten to look towards. This is why I love this picture so much. It puts into light who those everyday heroes are, from the nurses to the grocery store clerks to the teachers, and yes, to our incredible police officers and our respective teams. Next slide, please. In preparing to speak with you today, I went back to look at some of the past honorees and awards bestowed at this very ceremony. In doing so, I came across this ribbon at the top of one of the screens. It mentions serving the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center and University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston with courage and compassion. As I read through the stories, I saw many examples of courage, from heroic acts and service during many of our too frequent floods and hurricanes, to aggravated assaults and other events, which no doubt required the best and the bravest that you have to offer. It is a reminder how dangerous your jobs are and how eternally grateful then we are to have each and every one of you each and every day. But as I continued to read, it was the acts of compassion that really touched me. I was blown away to learn that the UT Police has received 5 Heart of MD Anderson awards over these past several years, the greatest honor that MD Anderson bestows on its own. No other department has received that equivalent number for over a decade. I was touched to learn of the team that put together food and water from their own lunches for a stranded motorist that had to wait for a tow. And I was moved to tears to hear of the officers who gave their own boots and a gifted pair of socks to a homeless individual seen walking barefoot. You see, those random acts of kindness, and they are random because we don't plan for them, but we're put into these decision points every time we put that uniform on and enter into our work. And these are just a few examples of not only the things that we have to do, but rather we have the calling to do. Each of those moments creates a choice to do it or not to do it. And simply put, we did it. Perhaps on this ribbon then, I submit to you, compassion perhaps should be listed first. Next slide, please. As I read about the activities of our UT Police this year, I was blown away by your creation of a shared purpose council focused on quality assurance and performance improvement, which I understand was modeled after our very own QAPI program. QAPI has helped us to take quantum leaps forward in how we monitor and improve ourselves on behalf of those we serve across the entire enterprise. The fact that you have taken this model to create metrics, benchmarks, and accountability shows a tremendous commitment to improvement. And if your results mirror ours since implementation, I ask for an offer to come back so that I can see those results and to celebrate with you even more. Next slide, please. I became aware of 2 amazing individuals that I would like to recognize for their service this past year. First, I want to see if Diane Savitar is present. I'm hoping that she is. Diane, assuming that you're here, I understand that we had a patient that was choking at the Waterfall Cafe and that you saved this person's life by performing the Heimlich maneuver. I would like to ask everyone on the call to give you a round of applause for our very own Officer Savitar. On behalf of all of us, I want to recognize you, acknowledge you, and celebrate you for saving that person's life. I also understand that Officer Walter Spivey is in attendance. Officer Spivey, it has come to my attention that you saved an individual in mental crisis from jumping from one of our bridges. I cannot imagine what that experience must have been like for that individual and for you, the person who ultimately saved that person's life. Your training, your sheer gut, your intuition, and your compassion showed up in all the right ways to navigate the situation. And therefore, I would also like to ask everyone on the call to please give a chat round of applause to Officer Spivey on behalf of all of us. Thank you for saving that person's life. Next slide, please. As I thought about what I wanted to share with you today, I thought about what must have been going on through the mind of the person ultimately saved by Officer Spivey. So much has happened to each of us over these past couple of years. And as we all have learned, and as you can see, we often don't know what is really going on with someone. And therefore we have to embrace always assuming good and being there to support and intervene when we are called to do so. I don't know about you, but I myself sometimes feel like I'm in a bit of a COVID time warp. Technically, we are in what some refer to as the post-pandemic era. Things are supposed to be back to normal, and yet nothing feels the same or normal anymore, as it is hard to shake some of those thoughts and experiences of our time during the pandemic and how different life has been for us over these past 2 years, no matter what, how we appear on the outside, the pandemic and all that came with it has impacted us in profound and unimaginable ways. This graphic is also one of my favorites, and it reads, "It takes a real storm in a person's life to make them realize how much worrying they have done over the squalls." That really resonated with me and perhaps with you as well, as we have all been through some really tough storms lately. And yet, as we take a step back, and I've said to people so many times, I think I've lost count, how many blessings we've actually received over the past 2 years, how much we have to be grateful for. And it is days like today and moments like the one that we are in right now that gives us a chance to reflect and smile and celebrate with all our hearts the wonderful things that have happened through amazing people like you, despite all of our circumstances. I am aware that this is your 10th annual awards and the 3rd in a virtual setting. I am sure you have a large team that in years past would have obsessed with details like, when will the catering arrive? Where will we park? Have the centerpieces arrived? Do we have all the RSVPs? And now what we wouldn't give to be able to worry about those details. I know for me, running into people that I have seen recently, not covered through the veil of a Zoom, but to be in their physical presence has been one of the greatest thrills over these past couple of years. As the pandemic hopefully continues to abate, I hope we are all able to remember to not worry so much about the squalls, but fully appreciate the most wonderful gift that we have right in front of us, which is each other. Next slide, please. I'm eager to find normal, as maybe many of you are as well. Perhaps we can even celebrate with one another in person next year. But as we race to get back to that new normal and strive to define what that is, let's take a moment and let's decide which parts are really worth rushing back to and which parts maybe have changed us forever in all the right ways. For me, hearing and experiencing the stories of your compassion and courage showed me that not everything changed during the pandemic. In fact, that which was good only became better. And it makes me want to rush to thank and hug each and every one of you in person. And it gives me such joy and humility to be with you here today. So in closing, on behalf of over 22,000 of your colleagues, your friends, your teammates, perhaps even your family members, I want to congratulate you for a job extremely well done. From my heart to yours, thanks to each and every one of you for your service, as it has been my honor and my privilege to be with you here today. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Rosanna. Your words were inspiring, they're kind, and truly appreciated. And so we thank you so much for being here. I'd like to now officially begin the awards section of the ceremony by acknowledging a few individuals who have impacted our department and our institutions immensely with their contributions. I just want to remind everybody, we encourage everyone to use the chat feature for any congratulatory words for our award recipients. That's very much appreciative. So working closely and effectively with the community we serve relies on the building and the establishment and retaining great relationships with each and every community member. This is essential in maintaining our department's commitment to serve and to protect. So please join me in recognizing the first recipient, Dr. Gregory Boats, with a Civilian Service Award. UT Police has relied heavily on the support of Dr. Boats for nearly 2 decades. He has been informing our department's policies and training on an array of medicine-adjacent topics. Formerly, his relationship with the UT Police was solidified in 2016 when he was named medical director for our department. His contributions to the UT Police include supporting us in the selection of emergency medical equipment that we have placed in our emergency response vehicles. He has helped us with self-aid and buddy aid initiatives. He was there to inform us during active shooter exercises and large event medical preparation training. He has advised and trained us on stop the bleed and MedTac training, life-saving training. He enabled the development of our Narcan program. He's the one that oversees that program for us. And we have actually had bona fide saved lives by administering Narcan. He has also helped us with policy development and officer training for the current drug use and abuse challenges. As you all know, that there's a tremendous opiate crisis going on. It's been overshadowed by COVID, but it's the worst it's been in forever in our country's history. He has assisted us with the acquisition and setup of our police simulation center for judgment and decision-making in a hospital environment. Dr. Boats used to be in charge of MD Anderson's simulation center, and he's a Stanford University trained simulation expert. But most recently, he has worked alongside our team on bystander intervention and crew resource management. Dr. Bose has also developed specialized COVID-19 safety reference information and checklists and after-action review and debriefing process for incidents where use of force is used. Dr. Bose, as you can see, this is a lengthy list of activities, but it's not as comprehensive as it obviously could be. We are thankful to have the service of a medical professional such as Dr. Boats. The Civilian Service Award is just a mere token of our vast appreciation. We are excited for the contributions yet to come from Dr. Boats. Congratulations, Dr. Boats. Dr. Boats obviously is not able to be with us today. He's doing some work out in California. But that said, let me go on, and we'll go to the next award. Next, we have a leader who has been a tremendous asset to our department, and we'd like to also recognize her with a UT Police Civilian Service Award. This individual is Stacy LeBlanc, who's the Director of Animal Facility Business Operations for MD Anderson. She has been deeply involved with police-related matters, both with UT Police and regional law enforcement agencies, especially in the area of violent animal rights related activities. She has sponsored training. She's brought in experts. She's worked with us each year with our planning for potential problems around animal rights, Animal Liberation Week. Also, for many years, she has been helping us with vetting candidates by serving on interview panels. She has promoted and attended our events, and she's actually does the best job of anyone we know in spreading the safety messages to her network. She is also a charter member of our Community Partnership Council and has served on our awards committee for the past 2 years. We're also proud to have had her MC our award ceremony in 2016. Stacy is involved with several citizen academies, including the FBI, DEA, and ATF organizations. After many years of services, she has submitted her intent to retire from the institution. We are sad to see her go, but thankful for her many contributions. Before she goes, we are thrilled to give her a token of our appreciation, a UT Police Civilian Services Award. Congratulations, Stacy, and again, we are so appreciative for your years of service to the UT Police. Thank you. Now, I'd like to recognize 2 individuals who have received awards at the national level for their achievements. First, we have the Campus Safety Magazine, who has awarded our Deputy Chief Security Officer, Executive Director, Ray Gerwitz, with the top honor that they give out each year. The magazine named Ray as the National Campus Safety Director of the Year in Healthcare and Security Division. Now, there's an actual cross-section of panel of judges from the healthcare arena, from higher education, and actually from school safety and public safety and emergency management organizations that come together. They view all these individuals, and they're the ones that selected Ray for the honor. This, again, is the highest award that the Campus Safety Magazine gives out. His notable achievements in modifying the UT Police Services model have garnered high approval and wide appreciation within the healthcare security industry. It has been a model for many organizations across the country. He was selected in large part for his role in leadership in developing UT Police security posture in response to the institution's COVID-19 safety measures, for the protective activities for PPE, and also for his role in pursuing a visitor management solution for our entire campus. This is an outstanding accomplishment. And Ray, on behalf of the UT Police and the institutions we serve, congratulations for a great job done. Next, each year, the International Association of Campus Law Enforcement Agencies, or what is called IACLEA, recognizes outstanding contribution by its members to the campus law enforcement profession with the presentation of awards. The IACLEA Awards and Recognition Committee announced the award recipients of several honors. The committee selected our very own Assistant Chief Vicki King for the IACLEA Administrative Excellence Award for her role in identifying and preventing risk, threat intervention and mitigation expertise, and working with the behavioral intervention teams, as well as for her leadership in the coordination of many major crime investigations. But also, in addition, she was lauded for her ability to cultivate partnership with institutional leaderships at all levels. This, again, is the highest award that IACLEA presents each year, and our very own Vicki King has been awarded this. So again, outstanding accomplishment. Congratulations, Vicki, for a job well done. Next, we have a set of recipients who have received recognition at the state as well as the local levels. So each year, the Texas Association of College and University Police Administrators presents the Larry W. Foltz Memorial Award for Excellence to an outstanding campus police officer. Officer Devonta James was selected for the award for his response to 3 separate life-saving incidents. He successfully intervened at the scene of a vehicle accident by ushering bystanders to safe distance so the medical team could access the unresponsive driver in the vehicle. In a second incident, James assisted a distraught juvenile at a psychiatric treatment area where the teen had already injured and assaulted staff members. Using mental health de-escalation techniques, the teen became calmer and more compliant and allowed the staff to escort him safely away. And in the third incident, James responded to a life-saving issue with a suicidal person who was unresponsive. He assisted with providing the individual with CPR until the individual became responsive and saving the individual's life. So we have 3 different life-saving incidents involving Officer Devonta James, and therefore he was selected by TACUPA for this very prestigious award, the Larry W. Foltz Memorial Award. So please, congratulations for being awarded this great honor, and we want to congratulate Officer Devonta James. The Houston chapter of the International Association of Healthcare Security and Safety Award awarded Public Safety Officer Diana Sabater the selection for their commendation of distinction. And I know that Rosanna has already spoken eloquently to what Diana did, but she did in fact save an individual's life in the cafeteria by providing the Heimlich maneuver. But one thing about Diana is she is always on the spot. She's always working with patients. She's got her eye out. She's looking to help. And in this case, she saved a life. And we all thank Diana for that. So congratulations on your award of commendation of distinction from IHASS, Diana. Once again, congratulations to both Devonta and Diana for outstanding recognition. Thank you. Our department is comprised of many different roles and professions. To recognize the various job duties and functions, we award of the year awards. There are civilian, public safety officer, investigator, inspector, telecommunicator, rookie, and police officer. In fact, this year we added a new award as supervisor of the year. The executive leadership team reviewed nominations submitted by their peers. Director Gurwitz Director Gurwitz will join us now and present the first of the year awards for civilian employee and public safety officer of the year. Ray?
All right, thank you, Chief. I'll tell you, it's hard keeping up with the chat and all the congratulations and going through all of the different things that we've been talking about, but congratulations to all our awardees so far. And I know there's lots more to go, so I'll get right to it. This is one of my favorite times, the of the year awards, right? Where we recognize basically the employee of the year from each of the categories. So I'm gonna get us started here with a couple, and then we're gonna go through the rest with some of our other leaders here in the department. The first recipient to be awarded in this category is for Civilian Employee of the Year. This award goes to a person who we can all guess, we all look to them all the time when we need help with our computer or how to understand our electronic security systems, always available, always willing to help, has come in on their off time, has come in after hours, has helped people and stood next to them at the elbow while they learn the different technologies we use as a police department. He's been instrumental in empowering the ROC team and many others to better utilize our technology systems each and every day. Finally, he's been instrumental in the transition for our department to the hybrid staffing model, helping those who have had to go work from home, work remotely with the equipment they needed, set up their equipment, and basically help them move to this new model. Because of his unwavering support of our internal and external workforce members, this year's Civilian of the Year award goes to Mr. Carlos Morales. Congratulations, Carlos. Outstanding work. The next category is the Public Safety Officer of the Year. This award goes to a person who took the initiative to create exterior door surveys. His project tallied a total of 22 buildings and registered over 300 doors, which are used by public safety officers or PSOs across all shifts today. The survey served as an excellent opportunity for the PSOs to assess, spot, and prevent negligent or criminal activity. In fact, while conducting these surveys, 2 of our PSOs participated in an active incident response, resulting in the arrest of multiple suspects who were leaving Pressler Garage after completing a robbery of an employee. So you can see it truly is working. As Chief Cross tells us, it's important to be in the right place at the right time, ready to act. So this PSO has allowed our PSOs to be in that position to be ready to act and make a difference on the safety of our campus. For recognizing a need and creating a solution for PSOs, this year's Public Safety Officer of the Year award goes to Senior Public Safety Officer David Fox. David is also receiving a Community Service Award for his efforts here today. Congratulations, David. It is now time to present the awards for Investigator and Inspector of the Year. On behalf of Assistant Chief Vicki King, we'd like to have Senior Inspector Charles Dunn present the awards. So Charlie, over to you for the honors.
Good afternoon, my pleasure. Thank you, Ray. And I had to pay Vicki a large sum of money to take off and allow me the opportunity to step in. The University of Houston Police Department, or University of Texas Police Department here at Houston, has a great stable of investigative personnel. And the Investigator of the Year is awarded this year to an individual who's a leader in the Crime Investigations Division. And he's demonstrated a significant commitment to not only solving crime, but also resolving behavior of concerns cases that have been assigned to him. He works tirelessly in identifying individuals who pose a risk to our community and our institution to ensure that they are brought to justice. And he is absolutely outstanding in his institutional security video system and his ability to work that to help in solving crimes and to keep us safe. His work with the security video system has led to the identification and subsequent arrests of multiple suspects and the solving of several crimes. And it's because of his dedication to investigating and resolving the potential threats to our community that it gives me great pleasure to announce Detective James Gonzalez is this year's Investigator of the Year. James, congratulations and thank you for all your hard work. Along that same line, we have some outstanding inspectors that serve us and our community in a very, very vital way here at the department. And this year's Inspector of the Year award goes to a person who is absolutely exemplary in their position. His leadership, dedication to duty, his proactive crime mitigation efforts, helped keep our campus not only safe, but has impacted crime throughout the region and in the entire Texas Medical Center and the surrounding area. For his criminal investigations team, he provides daily guidance and support in high-profile cases. He's helped steer undercover operations that have resulted in reducing not only threats, but solving crimes on our campus. And most importantly, he has done a fantastic job of partnering with and cultivating relationships with our area law enforcement partners, as well as various departments from both UT Health and MD Anderson. And it's because of his outstanding efforts in leadership and development of his personnel and the next generation of the investigators that are coming up. Again, it is my honor and privilege to announce that Inspector Covell Johnson is this year's selection for Inspector of the Year. Covell, congratulations. And again, thank you for all of your hard work and dedication. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Assistant Chief Paul Cross, and he has quite a few other awards to hand out.
Well, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Good afternoon to everybody. I tell you, we see a lot of great work throughout the course of the year, but it's a little bit different when you see it all recapped within a 1 hour period. Just amazing work, and it's a testament to the great people we have in our department. And I'm just so excited to hear all this because it brings you back to this case, that case, this case, and we're so busy sometimes we don't get enough chance to recognize the great work. So I'm so honored today to be able to give out 4 awards. And the first one is going to be the award for the Officer of the Year. This is awarded to an officer who has shown commitment to the protection of the community by consistently and aggressively patrolling streets in and around the Texas Medical Center, while also taking a leadership role amongst his peers. As of September 2021, this officer has self-initiated over 100 traffic stops, issued approximately 104 citations and warnings, effected 9 arrests, generated 79 incident reports, and investigated 8 traffic accidents. A most notable arrest came after a traffic stop on an individual with an extensive criminal history that also yielded a drug seizure of cocaine. Because of his dedication to policing and to protect lives and property of the UT system community, this year's Officer of the Year award goes to Officer Daniel Trujillo. He is also going to receive a police commendation for his actions. I can't tell you how many times Officer Trujillo has sniffed out criminals on our campus, and his traffic stops have located so many. He's done a tremendous job. Congratulations, Daniel. I want to remind everybody the chat feature, and everybody's using it. I had a prompt to say that, but I don't think we need to remind everybody. Our next award is for Rookie of the Year. This is awarded to an individual who excelled throughout the onboarding and field training process and in a variety of situations in the field. One such situation was the arrest of 3 individuals wanted for carjacking from the Pressler Garage. Working with their field training officer, this officer demonstrated good tactics in the apprehension of these 3 suspects, the recovery of the weapon, and the subsequent recovery of the stolen vehicle. Let me just say that this Rookie of the Year, along with the other rookies we attempted to get them on 2 years ago, but then the pandemic occurred. And they stayed on and worked for us and helped out in some of our entry points for screening while we were training them to go to the academy. And I can't tell you what a great work ethic they have to continue through all that, go to the academy, and then work for us for over a year. and Bethany has been an outstanding officer for us. Congratulations, Officer Bethany Covington, Officer of the Year. Rookie of the Year, excuse me, Rookie of the Year. Our next award is for Telecommunicator of the Year. This is awarded to a telecommunicator who showed great leadership and enthusiasm on the job. This individual routinely performs tasks outside the job description and regularly checks the video surveillance system for any unusual or suspicious activity that may negatively affect our staff, students, and the general public. This telecommunicator shares any information learned with team members, regularly asks for feedback on performance, implements changes suggested by the Risk Operations Center trainers and supervisors, and seeks out learning opportunities. On top of her full-time job, this telecommunicator also shows her commitment to professional development by dedicating herself to obtaining an Associate of Applied Science degree in business. She is also a trained peer support team member for UT Police. Because of her relentless search to find solutions and continuous commitment to professional improvement, this year's Telecommunicator of the Year is Shalita Scott. Congratulations, Shalita. Our telecommunicators are so vital to keeping our officers safe and to protecting our campus community. And the final award, which we added this year, and we added this award partly because of the outstanding work this supervisor did this year. And we just felt, hey, we need to add another component to our awards, and that is the Supervisor of the Year. And this award, this year goes to Lieutenant Justin Taylor. He has done an exceptional job in the recovery of several stolen vehicles and has participated in many high-risk incidents. And his leadership and mentoring has been extraordinary throughout the year. Additionally, Lieutenant Taylor successfully co-launched the peer support program and initiated numerous enhancements to streamline the e-citation process. Lieutenant Taylor is always the first one to volunteer for extra work, and his dedication to making sure that officers are all doing well and dedication ensuring the welfare of all of our officers is extraordinary. Because of his commitment and dedication to his role, this year's Supervisor of the Year award goes to Lieutenant Justin Taylor. He is also going to receive a police commendation specifically for his role in the recovery of a stolen vehicle. Congratulations, Justin. Congratulations again to all of the Year award recipients, well deserved. And at this time, I'd like to welcome back Executive Director Ray Gerwitz for a special announcement. Ray?
Okay, thank you, Chief Cross. So over the past few years, as everybody knows, our team has really put a lot of effort into collaborating across teams throughout the institution, breaking down silos, and achieving goals that improve communication. One result of these collaborations has been an increase in our focus on innovation. With this focus in mind, we would like to introduce our very first annual UT Police Award for Innovation. During 2021, we implemented an innovative approach to quality assurance and performance improvement, or QAPI, as Rosanna has referred to earlier in the presentation. To share this inspiration behind the creation of this council, I want to now invite you to watch this short video. And this is the moment. You don't have to worry about catering. You have to worry about, will the multimedia work in the presentation? Victoria. Thank you.
UT Police has successfully implemented a department-level strategic initiative called the Shared Purpose Council to monitor performance and value measures that are grounded in the principles of quality assurance and performance improvement. In response to the ever-changing threat and crime landscape, our department leaders recognize the need to become more agile in how we use operational and strategic data. The Shared Purpose Council crosses all service lines of our UT Police combined protection model and serves as the engine for enhancing our services and allows for recognition of our safety heroes. To set the stage, the Shared Purpose Council was preceded by a department initiative in FY20 called Data Informed Action and Leadership, or DIAL for short. UT Police realized 3 goals with DIAL: increasing department use of data visualization tools to monitor for safety concerns, fostering data-driven decision-making and team performance at the managerial level, and improving our dashboard portal. The Shared Purpose Council built on this success and has culminated into a bi-weekly forum of department leaders, where each team shares how their group is identifying and monitoring performance and value metrics. Our leaders collaborate, identify trends, and propose tactical and strategic solutions for the issues they identify. Overall, 3 goals have been achieved through the Shared Purpose Council: identification of threat and risk trends and the implementation of collaborative solutions, continuous monitoring of metrics to track successes and make adjustments for any opportunities seen, and regular evaluations of department programs to ensure they continue to meet or exceed targeted measures. Notable successes that have come from the Shared Purpose Council include disrupting an auto theft ring that was targeting Pressler Garage and TMC Garage 10. After data showed an uptick in auto thefts, our team launched a response plan which resulted in 8 suspects being identified. We spotted an uptick in bike thefts taking place and mitigated it through a combined response of virtual patrols and deploying specialized security technology, resulting in the arrest of a suspect actively stealing a bike. And after investigation, improvements were made to internal controls between TMC Laundry and MD Anderson to return patient phones and property that are accidentally taken with the laundry. As part of our ongoing commitment to improvement, the Shared Purpose Council will continue to evolve to ensure our efforts improve outcomes, support institutional and department goals, and reflect the core values of our organization and our shared purpose of prevention, preparedness, and protection.
Congratulations, Victoria. We should give you a special award for pulling that off. Okay, so many of the people on this call or at this ceremony have participated in the Shared Purpose Council, and I'm thankful for each of you. I know that the amount of effort that goes in sometimes to putting this all together, in addition to the work you do each and every day, can sometimes feel like it's a lot. But as you saw in the video, we've had a lot of successes that have been generated out of the Shared Purpose Council and our now data-driven approach to how we look and adapt our combined protection model, right? So many people throughout our department contributed to the work of the Shared Purpose Council. I want to make that clear. There's been successes along the way where probably everybody on this call has contributed in some form or fashion to that. So I think that's a great, great thing. But now we're talking about innovation, and I want to recognize a few individuals who work tirelessly behind this vision to bring it into practice. So for their dedication and innovation spirit, it is with great pleasure that I recognize Robert Haynes and Claudia Garcia, you saw Robert in the video there, as this year's Innovation Award winners. Congratulations, Robert and Claudia, very well deserved, and thank you for all your effort to get this done. Chief Adcox, would you please join us again to introduce another especially important guest?
Thank you, Ray, and congratulations again to the recipients of the Innovation Award. I'm immensely proud of the impact that the Shared Purpose Council has made on our department, and it just continues to pay great dividends, and it continues to bring the police department closer together. And in fact, we are adding individuals that are not part of the police department, that are part of our community, into the fold, and we're only going to improve that. What a great deal. Now I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the award committee themselves, who play a huge part in making the ceremony possible. You know, together they reviewed, they discussed, they voted at large on a large number of nominations. They vetted them, routed the deserving nominees to me and also to UT System Director of Police Michael Heidensfeld for final approval. We are very grateful to have 4 civilian representatives from the Community Partnership Council take part on the committee for a second year. The Community Partnership Council is a new organization that we brought together that's made up of community members to help inform the police department, to help let us know what the priorities should be, and to collaborate together on problem solving. 4 of these members that helped us particularly this year with selecting the award recipients. And I'd like to give a special thank you to Stacy LeBlanc, Melissa Ethington, Parie Griffin, and Kimberly Venker. Thank you so very much for all your help and your dedication. I'd also like to now welcome Michael Heidensfeld, the director of the University of Texas System Police. He is responsible for leadership and operations of all of the UT System Police components. It's a large group of individuals. It covers around 600 sworn officers, around 900 civilian staffs, and I think it's 14 or 15 University of Texas System campuses. Mike Hinesfield comes from us with a very degree of very high level work. He's been the former director of the Memphis Crime Commission. He's the former police chief at Scottsdale, Arizona, as well as the former senior assistant sergeant at arms for the United States Senate. He has done tremendous things for all of the components: professionalism, working with the Board of Regents, keeping us aware and abreast of all of the different developments. We are so honored to have Director Hinesfield with us today. So without any further ado, I'd like to turn the mic over to Mike and ask Mike to say a few words. If you would, please, Director.
Thanks, Bill. Can you just tell me if you can hear me or not?
Absolutely, very clear.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to know who chose the photograph. Nobody's ever described me as photogenic, and that certainly is affirmed here today in this meeting. So we can drop the photograph, anybody so inclined. Having said that, I want to pay appropriate credit to the UT Houston Police Department. In Bill Adcock's, we have a chief of police who is cerebral, he's strategic, he's a visionary, and he examines the future every minute of every day. And the leadership team he's assembled in Executive Director Ray Gerwitz, Assistant Chief Vicki King, and Assistant Chief Paul Cross, and all those others who join him on his command staff, is representative of the best and brightest we have in the University of Texas System Police. I've been here just now 11 years, but the remainder of my other time was largely in municipal and federal law enforcement. So I have a perspective that I bring to the table when I examine the relative success or the absence thereof of those who serve. In this leadership team, under the tutelage of Chief Adcock here at the University of Texas at Houston, this police agency is leading the way for all of us in the UT system. And it's really important because from my perspective, with 46 years in law enforcement, I would say this is the most extraordinarily difficult time for America's police. We're examined relentlessly. We're offered no room or latitude to err. And at varying times, people seem to think, one, we have an automated and robotic kind of response to a situation where human frailty or human vulnerabilities actually come to play. When I go out to our police academy and I see yours and mine, new police officers, I'm inspired, because if I were their age today, quite frankly, I'm not sure that I would join the profession. Why is that? For a whole myriad of reasons. Maybe three are most important. One, there seems to be this pervasive sense of mistrust for the American law enforcement community that's grounded in the myth that somehow we're evil, narcissistic, and self-promoting. I don't believe any of that. I'm also concerned that people automatically attach this characterization to our behavior as being villainous, when that's not the case either. So for me, as the director of police here in the University of Texas system, the challenge is significant, and that is to build a body of police officers who are capable, competent, effective, efficient, trustworthy, inspired, and dedicated in a time when the country might suggest, at least if we view that through the lens of those who are loudest, that our profession is somehow in shambles. It is not. And in fact, that's why I'm so deeply grateful for Bill allowing me to come and just take a few minutes of your time. We're not in shambles as a profession. We're not embattled. We don't feel the way that those who criticize us might suggest. And in fact, we stay at this job, as did the award winners at the University of Texas at Houston Police Department. And so for me, that's why it's such an extraordinary validation to be part of this ceremony. Every one of those people whose photographs you've seen, the testimonials that were given, tell us that even today, in the most difficult and trying of times, when challenges are abundant for American law enforcement and solutions often rare, we find people like those award winners recognized today, standing up, saluting smartly and saying, yes, I will serve. It's almost biblical. Isaiah 6:8 talks about God asking, when I call on somebody, who will come? And the answer was, we will come. I will raise my hand and I will go. And that is the mantra of the University of Texas System Police. So Chief Adcox, to you, to everyone who's a recipient of the awards noted today, to your command staff, and probably more importantly than anything else, to the men and women who make up the line deliverers of service to the University of Texas Houston campus community, I say thank you. I say it is an honor for me to be here with you, and it is a pleasure and a privilege to be part of this afternoon's presentation, which, as it should be, is uplifting, it's affirmative, and it's extraordinarily healthy. So thank you, Bill, for allowing me this time. I appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Director. I am Officer Manny Weston with the outreach team of UT Police. And at this time, I'd like to begin the announcement of the UT System Award recipients, commonly referred to as the ODOP Awards. These recipients were nominated for police actions or administrative contributions to this department. You may have noticed that previously we announced some ODOP awards alongside the naming of the Year Award recipients. Let's begin these awards with several Distinguished Service Award recipients. Associate Director Roberto Ramos has a long history of serving in notable roles throughout his career. He is described as a servant leader who demonstrates respect, dignity, and compassion toward his team and colleagues. For his formal and informal mentoring of staff, he was named an MD Anderson Distinguished Mentor in 2020. Ramos used mentoring relationships to increase the overall capabilities and passion of our team members, one person at a time. Ramos empowers employees from different professional and personal backgrounds to interact through job shadowing assignments, leadership training opportunities, and mentoring programs. Ramos has made a positive impact on individual leadership, encouraging staff to develop their own growth both within their department job role and beyond. Associate Director Roberto Ramos, congratulations for being awarded the Distinguished Service Award. Captain Wayne Smith and Lieutenant Justin Taylor are recipients of this Distinguished Service Award for their creation and implementation of a UT Police System-wide peer support program. Their efforts included creating the necessary proposals and presentations to garner collaborative support with many institutions and agencies. This included the Office of the Director of Police, the UT System Chiefs of Police, the Employee Assistance Program, the Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, and academic experts across the system. Additionally, they partnered with UT Health Houston School of Public Health, PhD candidates, and faculty members to coordinate the submission of a grant proposal to the Department of Justice. After nearly 2 years of effort, their persistence was proven successful. On October 15, 2021, the UT System was awarded a 2021 Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Act Program Award Grant. For your ongoing pursuit and achievement, you are each the recipients of the Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations, Captain Smith and Lieutenant Taylor. We have several recipients of the Life Saving Award this year. Receiving the life-saving award is an officer who displayed bravery and commendable crisis intervention communication skills to intervene in a situation involving a suicidal woman attempting to jump from a bridge. Officer Walter Spivey initiated a welfare check on the woman initially as he noticed her to be in distress. As a mental health officer, Spivey used calming words to approach and gain trust. It is because of his caring actions and quick thinking that Officer Walter Spivey receives the life-saving award. Officer Spivey, congratulations. Public safety officers Robbie Raju and Joseph Kennedy are given life-saving awards for their response to an employee in medical distress. Upon hearing a loud thud, they quickly discovered an employee who had collapsed and fallen between a set of double doors and a staircase. This individual, who was unresponsive and later revealed to be COVID positive, was able to be attended by the Code Blue team. Congratulations, PSOs, Raju and Kennedy. Officer Philip Wynn receives a life-saving award for his quick thinking actions to conduct a welfare check on a UT Health Houston student known for mental illness. He found the student in a state of alcohol withdrawal and in distress. He stabilized the situation, attended to the person, and immediately called an ambulance for further treatment in this dangerous situation. Congratulations, Officer Gould. Sergeant Jason Kingston was first on the scene of a situation where a woman who was bleeding profusely and actively cutting herself. Once he safely secured the cutting instrument, Sergeant Kingston rendered first aid by tightly wrapping her arm with bandages and gauze, remaining with her until emergency medical services arrived on the scene. Kingston's keen awareness and quick action to the situation saved the woman from suffering a more serious medical emergency. For his actions, today he receives a life-saving award. Congratulations, Sergeant Kingston. Public Safety Officer William Dorsey receives a life-saving award for his assistance to a man having a seizure. He helped to guide emergency medical services staff to the right location on the MD Anderson campus to ensure the speediest treatment for the man. Congratulations, PSO Dorsey. And congratulations again to all our life-saving award winners. We will now announce 9 individuals who are receiving a police commendation. Public safety officers Gary Selstrom and Jamar Johnson were instrumental in leading the Houston Police Department to a robbery suspect who was on the run. The chase, which began in the Galleria area, ended after they spotted the man in the breezeway of UT Campus Garage 17 attempting to change clothes. The information they relayed allowed UT police to detain the suspect for HPD. Congratulations, PSOs Selstrom and Johnson. Sergeant Scott Barnwell is awarded a police commendation for his assistance to several incidents, including the threat management team in making an arrest, securing and moving evidence to an alternate location after a water leak, high-level planning for a tropical storm Nicholas, and working extra duty assisting employees with the vaccine mandate. Congratulations, Sergeant Barnwell. Detective Carlos Guzman is given a police commendation for his assistance with a domestic issue involving an MD Anderson employee. Detective Guzman, who took the initiative to complete a safety plan with her, including coordinating assistance with the AP. His efforts resulted in the ability for her to obtain the necessities from her home and have her escorted to a safer residence, giving her peace of mind. Because of Detective Guzman's investigative efforts, the employee was able to obtain harassment charges. Congratulations, Detective Guzman. Officer Victoria Gonzalez is awarded a police commendation for her involvement in security of many large events, which include driving and walking escorts for executive leaders of both MD Anderson and UT Health Houston. She demonstrated leadership and personal initiative, keeping superiors and team members informed in constantly changing environments. Congratulations, Officer Gonzalez. Finally, Senior Detective Matthew Cardenas, Investigator James Gonzalez, Detective Richard Gonzalez, and Sergeant LG Cleaver. Each also received police commendations for their joint efforts with proactive surveillance. Their work helped to identify suspects, leading to large-scale investigations and multiple arrests in catalytic converter and bike thefts. They're also receiving a second police commendation for their work on individual incidents. Senior Detective Cardenas is recognized for his investigative work on vehicle thefts resulting in arrests and charges filed. Investigator Gonzalez for his investigative work and arrest of ATM burglary suspects. And Detective Gonzalez for his investigative work identifying a repeat theft offender on MD Anderson and UT Health Houston campuses. And Sergeant Cleaver for his investigative work of a habitual theft offender with an outstanding warrant from Louisiana. Congratulations to all these well-deserved recipients of police commendations. At this point, I'll turn it over to our host, Victoria, who will present the next set of awards. Victoria.
Thank you, Manny. And congratulations, everybody. It is now my honor to present Award of Excellence recipients. And once again, thank you everybody for all of the congratulatory words in the chat. I am laughing, I am loving, it is amazing, keep it up. And also too, I see a lot of friends and family that are on saying congratulatory words as well. So thank you everybody, let's keep it going. First we have Executive Assistant Claudia Garcia, Administrative Assistant Randy Hanks, and Personnel Assistant Latanya Barnes, who are each receiving our first Award of Excellence. They took on additional duties during staffing shortages, adjusted to meet their obligations through COVID-related changing protocols, and obtaining high-level achievements for their team and for the department. Congratulations, Claudia, Randy, and Latanya. We're all right over here. Congratulations. Next, we have Electronic Security Design Specialist Charles Simmons. He's receiving the Award of Excellence for his outstanding work on multiple crucial projects for the department, including pandemic-driven initiatives. Some of the important contributions Charles provided involved technical support for the modern elevator install in Alkek, the space modifications to the Life Sciences Plaza, and work to incorporate the new Proton Therapy Center building into our security support systems. Congratulations, Charles. Next, we have Manager of Police Telecommunications, Paul Ayala. He receives an Award of Excellence for the deployment of several institutional initiatives and his tireless work on the completion of major projects. From the opening of the Dunn building, which he supported for all technical security requirements, to the successful onboarding of advanced key control hardware that struggled prior to his involvement, Paul's technical expertise has proven invaluable since joining UT Police only 2 years ago. He also single-handedly managed the implementation of wireless access controls to support ride-out team efforts during major emergencies. Congratulations, Paul. Technical Services Coordinators. We have a twofer, LaDonna Little and Kathy Renee. They are each receiving an award of excellence for their thorough processing of requests throughout changing COVID protocols. As part of the badge access team, they have provided thorough review and oversight of thousands of requests for access, permissions, in a rapidly changing environment. So congratulations to LaDonna and Kathy. Next, we have Senior Threat and Risk Analyst, Brennan Picard, for his efforts on the institutional-wide camera installation project, resulting in increased resolution and availability of video used in the criminal and other risk-focused investigations. Brennan also serves on the department, he serves as the department technical lead for the ongoing institutional project to stabilize and enhance our institutional video management system. Great job and congratulations, Brennan. Public Safety Supervisor, Kamal Oliver, receives an award of excellence for alerting the Risk Operations Center of HPD units on campus, leading to an officer detaining a dangerous suspect. While conducting area checks, Kamal noticed an abandoned vehicle and HPD units near Braeswood Garage, subsequently leading to UT Police making an arrest of the suspect. Great job and congratulations, Kamal. Public Safety Officer Melissa Perez receives an award of excellence for assisting a member of the Risk Operations Center by translating for a victim of a vehicle theft in progress. Melissa's help to the victim allowed telecommunicators to relay the helpful information to responding officers, leading to an arrest and the recovery of the vehicle. Great job and congratulations, Melissa. Associate Threat and Risk Analysts Samantha Russo receives an award of excellence for her involvement in 8 committees and institutional organizations, efforts that expand her network and knowledge of happenings at and around MD Anderson. That's 8 committees and institutional organizations. For her committee to active involvement, Samantha Russo is given an award of excellence. Great job and congratulations, Samantha. That concludes our presentation of the Office of the Director of Police Awards. Once again, we congratulate all who were recognized with an award. Now, Ray, it is back to you.
Thank you, Victoria, and a huge congratulations again to all of our award recipients. We are so proud of your commitment and service to your roles. As a department, UT Police also acknowledges large-scale projects that drew from the talent and resources across our entire team. We'll now acknowledge departmental team efforts that merit appreciation from many of our staff. In these efforts, many team members took part, and we acknowledge the collective success of these actions. Our first team award is for our team's contribution to the existing and emerging institutional workplace violence program. Throughout the year, teams from across UT Police have enhanced the service delivery of our threat management team, responded to and mitigated multiple threats to our campus and staff, and participated in a gap analysis for newly released Joint Commission standards. We have seen terrific advancements in the data visualization tools used by our threat management team to better understand trends in caseload. The gap analysis completed in partnership with the patient safety team has produced thoughtful recommendations regarding the advancement of our institutional workplace violence prevention program. We thank all team members who have participated in these important activities throughout the year. Our next team award goes to our Security Master Plan Development Team, who developed a planning document that allows UT Police leadership team to identify, quantify, evaluate, and forecast current and future departmental resource allocations. Our Security Master Plan serves as a fundamental guiding document utilized by leaders to inform resource allocations, strategic initiatives, and the budgetary needs of our department. Each departmental service line provides information on the current operational state of their teams, identifies challenges, and prioritizes their short-term and long-term goals to address as noted challenges. The short-term goals are then used by managers to ensure expectations and staff performance goals are aligned with the goals of leadership. The service line leaders also note their strategic needs and partner with departmental technology leadership to identify strategic, operational, and technology needs. The identified needs are then prioritized and reviewed by the executive leadership along with existing departmental resource commitments. Upon final approval, initiatives are forwarded to the planning administration team who partners with leadership to prepare appropriate budgetary and strategic planning documentation. So you can see this important team here working on our security management plan has gone to great lengths to ensure that we're allocating our resources properly and that the needs of each service unit are being reviewed and addressed. So awesome job by a very large team that worked through this week in and week out. So I'm very appreciative to them. So congratulations to the team involved in creating our security master plan. Our final team award this year goes to our UT Police Peer Support Team. As previously mentioned above, Captain Smith and Lieutenant Taylor spearheaded this effort, which took 2 years of dedication. For the peer support team to thrive, it must have quality team members ready to assist all hours of the day and night. Team members consist of peers from all ranks and commissioned officers and professionals throughout our entire department. Their tenacity of completing almost 30 hours of training and willingness to participate in this important program lends to the team's success. We especially want to thank the volunteers who make up the UT Police Support Team. Arthur Alonso, Juarencio Arenas, Erica Bennett, James Carr, LG Cleaver, Victoria Gonzalez, Randy Hanks, Jose Ravelis, Regina Sanders, Linda Scavone, Shalitha Scott, Shane Sullivan, and Hal Terefa. Congratulations to all of you on the continued success of the UT Peer Support Team. Inspector Dunn, I'll now hand it over to you to announce the educational achievements of our staff this year.
I appreciate it, Ray. And these are the last awards, but they are far from the least. It is a great pleasure for me to acknowledge the educational achievements of our staff. I am a product of full-time work and night shift education. And so I feel a kindred bond to those that I'm about to announce that have received either their higher education achievements or professional certifications during this past year. We've got Public Safety Officer Robert Spears received his Bachelor of Science degree in Interdisciplinary Studies at Liberty University. Police Officer Lucila Santabanez received her associate's degree in business from Houston Community College. Police Officer Philip Wynn also received an Associate of Science in Criminal Justice from the Houston Community College. Congratulations to all of you graduates. And then we've got 2 who have received professional certifications. Threat and Risk Analyst Olivia Manzano Lemus. She received a postgraduate program certificate in Data Science and Business from the University of Austin at Texas, the McCombs School of Business. And Augustine Akella earned, and I want to make sure I get this right, Associate Safety Professional and Certified Safety Professional certification from the Board of Certified Safety Professionals and a Project Management Professional certification from the Project Management Institute. So Robert, Lucilla, Philip, Olivia, and Augustine, congratulations on your hard work and dedication. You are inspiration to all of us, and for all of those who are on here that I know are either working on their degrees or certifications or thinking about it, stay encouraged, stay dedicated, keep up the hard work. It will definitely pay off. So with that, Victoria, I turn it back over to you.
Wonderful, awesome. Thank you, Inspector Dunn. Everyone, please join me in a final round of virtual applause for all the teams and individuals recognized today for their contributions and achievements in preventing crime and saving lives. A recording of this ceremony will be made available and we will put it on the UT Police website. As a reminder, we'll be having a separate unit level ceremony to celebrate all of the many promotions within our department this past year. Everyone is invited, so stay tuned for details in your inbox. Finally, I would like to announce a new employee recognition program that is being launched this year. Our recently implemented Challenge Coin Challenge. This new program will focus on our core values and recognize those team members that go above and beyond in the eyes of our executive leadership. If you receive all 5 challenge coins, 1 from each of our leaders, you will receive a day of recognition leave. That's a free day off. So hard work pays off, literally. Now I leave you with Chief Adcox to close out the ceremony with his final thoughts. Thank you, everyone. Chief, over to you. What? We're gonna take mute. Words.
My apology, my apology. Thank you, Victoria, and thank you, everybody, for presenting today. When it comes to the challenge coin contest, remember, challenge, remember, you get to keep those coins. So, go ahead and collect them. If you don't get all 5, at least you've got some good challenge coins, but we encourage you to really go after that. It's a great program. So I think what you saw today was many impressive accomplishments by individuals, by groups, and even by great projects. And so I think that they each received the appreciation and recognition that was deserved. But I've got to tell you that this ceremony cannot capture every worthy contribution by every member of our team. Throughout the year, there are tremendous efforts being done by each and every person that works in the UT Police Department. So I'd like to show my appreciation for all of the efforts, big and small, that help make the UT Police the great servant organization they are to the institutions that we are proud and honored to serve. I want to thank everyone in the department, everybody who works day in and day out. They work quietly, they work diligently to do their part to ensure that we have safe campuses. And for that, please join me in congratulating all of the many behind the scenes that in all respects were worthy of some recognition. We just weren't able to do that. So thank you very much. I also want to thank everyone who submitted nominations. It's very critical that we do that. We recognize our employees, we recognize the projects, we recognize special individuals. I want to thank our awards committee who evaluated these submittals, and also a huge congratulations, especially to all of our award recipients. But before we conclude today, I'd like to take a moment to thank those who made this ceremony a success. Thank you, Victoria Rawls, from our outreach team, for doing an exceptional job in overseeing the awards committee and organizing this event, for being a great master of ceremony. I also like to thank Maribel Salazar and Officer Manny Lessons for their work behind the scenes as part of our community outreach team. The outreach team has done an incredible job, not only coordinating the virtual ceremony, but in supporting and helping each and every one of us throughout the year. I want to thank the leadership team who presented today on many of the awards. I just believe that we have the very best personnel and obviously the very best leadership team in the country. And we're going to continue to do our very best to support the institutions we serve. And with that, I want to close by thanking each and every person that was on the award ceremony today, everybody that was here in support, everybody that was joining us today. So with that, I want to wish you the best. Enjoy the rest of your day. And, we're just, again, so glad that you're able to join us. So with that, goodbye and stay safe.
Thank you so much, everybody.
And then there were three. So good job.